guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be reviewing the brand new Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Mattifying Primer. I have been absolutely flooded with requests from you guys to review this because it is a primer by Fenty that is targeted towards oily skin types. So really exciting. If you're familiar with the Fenty line, and I have done other product review videos, I will link them in the description bar down below, but they did already have a Pro Filter primer. This one is the Soft Matte Pro Filter Primer, and this one is the True Matte Pro Filter Primer. So yeah, that's sort of like the difference between the two. So what we're going to be doing in today's video is I'll be showing you the product. We'll talk about, you know, the formula, the consistency, price point, features, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to apply it to my skin, and then I'm going to be wearing it all day, and we're going to see if it does actually work. This one does claim to control shine, to control oil production, and to keep your makeup looking basically perfect all day long. So fingers crossed it actually does everything that it's claiming to do. So if you are interested in seeing a fully in-depth review and demo and wear test on my oily skin of the brand new Fenty Mattifying Primer, then please keep on watching. And also, if you are new here, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and a thumbs up so that I know that you actually like the video, so I know what to do in the future. Yeah, okay, let's jump into it. All right, so firstly, as far as packaging goes, it looks very much the same as all of the other base products that are by Fenty Beauty. Like I said, this one has only just launched, so it's brand new. At the top, it says True Matte. The box is really nice. So on the side of the box here, it says Shine Stopping Pore Diffusing Finish Extended Makeup, where you do get 30 ml of product. And it looks like the packaging, oh, it's like white. Huh. So this one's got like a white finish. This is the original Pro Filter Primer by Fenty. It's like sort of more like a skin tone pinky color. But other than that, the package is pretty well exactly the same. So on the website, it says a next level mattifying primer for combination to oily skin that works instantly to deliver maximum all day shine control. Oh lordy, that is sounding so good to me. Lightweight, cushiony texture, shine control, ultimate fresh, clean, fight shine all day, smooths the look of pores without feeling tight or dry. Oh, helps makeup blend better, last longer, and stay looking and feeling fresh all day without caking. So this one's also formulated with blue agave extract and blurring powders, according to the website. That will give you a soft focus finish, but obviously keep you matte. Okay, we get the gist. So taking the lid off, we do have a little pump applicator. Let's have a little go of the formula. Okay, so it's definitely a really quite white formula. It does have a very, maybe like a slight vanilla kind of a scent, but that is the texture. It is actually quite runny. It's very lightweight. What I will do is apply this to half of my face, and then the other half, maybe I will, you know what? The other half of my face, I will put no primer, and then we can really truly see the difference of how the foundation performs on top. It actually smells really nice. Vanilla-y. It is. It's sort of vanilla-y. So I'm applying the primer to this side of my face. Now this is meant to be instantly mattifying, which I'm kind of curious about. It's blending out quite nice. I'm not getting that horrible, you know, that really tacky texture of a lot of really mattifying primers. They dry down on the skin and I don't know, you kind of feel like someone's like painted glue on your face and it's dried or something. It's a horrid feeling. And 9 times out of 10 those particular primers, they are like, they just make foundation so hard to blend on top of. Would not recommend. This one does feel quite nice though. Very smooth on the skin. It feels really lightweight. Really quite nice. Now, comparison of texture to the original primer is actually quite a bit thicker. I'll show you a side by side. So this is the original Pro Filter, and then this is the new mattifying one here. As you can see, the new one is much runnier. It's sort of dripping down the back of my hand. All right, so that's had a chance to dry down now, and it feels beautifully soft. I do feel like the skin on this side of my face, it's definitely got like a soft touch feel to it, slightly velvety. Feels really nice. So let's go ahead and pop some foundation on. But first, tea. We found these cups at Kmart and they're slightly bigger than the old Kmart mugs. I'm not mad about it. It's literally like 600 mils of tea. I've never been happier. So for foundation today, I'm going to be wearing the NARS Sheer Glow foundation. I love this foundation and recently I've just been wearing it like literally all the time. And I'm going to be applying that with my Nikki Cosmetics Pro Perfecting Sponge. So picking the foundation up, I'm going to start on the primed side and we'll see how this blends. So blending this foundation in, I can't really see, you know, I can't physically tell that there's a difference. This primer does claim to actually blend your foundation, like help your foundation and makeup blend better. I mean, it's blending, but it's blending the same as it always does, to be fair. I'm hoping our new couch will be delivered today. I'm really, really excited. Oh, by the way, I had to upgrade my MacBook to the latest, newest one for editing, video editing. I have had the one that I've got now for probably 4 years. Like, I really try to look after the things that I have so I don't have to like replace them all the time. Oh my goodness, MacBooks are so ridiculously expensive now. Like, I feel like this one here, look at it. I feel like they've basically doubled in price. Like, the one that I bought yesterday was over $5,000. You could buy a car for that. Like, oh, every time I look at the computer, because like she's been on the fritz for a while, like it literally gets to like 46% battery and it just dies. Like, that's it. I don't know. She's drunk these days. She's drunk, but like $5,000. I'd want to hope that it cleans the house, it babysits the children, it does the grocery shopping, it gives you a facial. Like, for that much money, it really should do all of the above, shouldn't it? How ridiculous. To be fair, I did have to get like upgraded computer guts for video editing and stuff. Like, not heaps. Like, the base models are like $4,000 and that's with no upgrades. But like, sorry, I realize I'm rambling now, but I'm really just like, what is the world coming to? All right, so here is what my skin is looking like with the primer and with the foundation. I'm going to apply the foundation on the other side now. I will, zoom in and do a close-up so that you can see both sides. The foundation did blend out nicely, but like I said, I don't feel like it really blended out any more than it usually does. Yeah, I'm not like, oh my gosh, it blended itself. Like, we don't have that kind of a situation going on, but it does look good. And I do feel like my skin does look really, really smooth on this side too. All right, so this is what my skin is looking like now. Primed side, non-primed side. Looking in the mirror now, I do feel like I can see a significant difference in the texture on this side of my face. Like, I feel like it looks much smoother, more airbrushed than the unprimed side. Like, I don't know. My texture here is much more visible on the unprimed side, like on my cheeks. Like, it looks really smooth on that side, truly. I'm not mad at how my skin is looking on that side at all. So let's zoom in and have a close look. All right, so here she is, primed side, up nice and close. I do feel like it looks really smooth. It feels comfortable on the skin. I didn't find that the primer left any greasy residue or any oil or any slick to the skin. It doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't feel cakey. It just feels comfortable and breathable on the skin. Feels quite fresh. And then this here is the unprimed side. I nearly feel like also the coverage is better on this side as well. I feel like the foundation, and I used exactly the same amount of foundation on both sides of my face, but I do feel like the side with the primer, the foundation just spread further. It just looks fuller coverage. Truly, it looks like better coverage on this side. So yes, here's another quick look. Primed side, non-primed side. And I do think in a future video we should actually test the old primer versus the new primer, see which one's better on oily skin as well. I wanted to show you this one sort of as a standalone product today, but in the future might be good. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and do the rest of my makeup. I'll pop back in really quickly and show you everything, my skin after it's powdered down, and then we'll start our wear tests. All right, guys, so I'm back and I've got the rest of my makeup on. I'm still really, really loving the way that the primed side is looking. I do feel like now everything's powdered down. Both sides look relatively the same. I don't know if you guys agree, but yeah, I'm really excited to see how this wears throughout the day. So I will check back in about 6 hours, and then again later on tonight when I'm ready to take my makeup off. Hopefully this side with the Fenty primer is a whole lot more matte and just more perfected and just better looking than the side without. Fingers crossed. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. All right, so I am back with my first check-in of the day with this primer, and to be honest, at the 6 hour mark, oh, what is that on my skin? I can't really see a huge difference between both sides. I do feel like both sides are looking equally the same. I have got highlighter on, which sort of makes it a little bit hard, but both sides are actually, reasonably matte. The Sheer Glow foundation is wearing as I would generally expect it to. I do still feel like this side of my face, the texture is still way less than the side where I haven't applied the primer. Again, that's not necessarily groundbreaking though, because the majority of primers are designed to smooth texture and things like that. But I mean, I'm not hating how my skin is looking at all. I feel like it looks good on the side with the primer, but I also feel like it looks good on this side without. So there's nothing really huge to sort of, update you guys on. I'll zoom you in a bit closer so you can see. But this is my skin here with the primer. Like I said, I actually feel like it looks pretty well exactly the same as when I initially applied the foundation, powdered it down. Hasn't changed too much. We've got a tiny little bit of, there's natural oils coming through. Things look less sort of powdery. Things are just looking a little bit more settled, a bit more natural and glowy. And this is the side without primer. I feel like it looks pretty well the same. What do you guys think? Do you think there's a massive difference? Other than the texture's definitely reduced sort of on this area of my face on this side, but other than that, I can't see one side being particularly more shiny than the other. I think the final check-in will be really hopefully where it shows. That's normally when I'm looking like so shiny that you could fry food on my face. So we'll see. But at this point, this is the updates that I've got. Nothing really new, unfortunately. So I will talk to you guys tonight. Hey guys, so I am here with my final check-in for the day for this primer. Unfortunately, I do not have any conclusive results for you. In my opinion, I feel like I look just as oily on both sides of my face. I can't see any huge difference. I feel like the foundation looks just as nice on either side of my face. Truly, the only really big thing that I noticed with this primer, me being an oily skin type, me having textured skin, I did notice that this primer made the skin look a lot smoother on the side that I applied it. So I feel like it looked less textured during the day. I feel like the foundation looked really beautifully smooth on top of it. I do feel like the foundation spread further. It looked a lot more full coverage than the side without the primer, but as far as actually controlling shine, stopping oil, controlling oil, I'm going to have to give this one a no for that. It is by all means though, like a beautiful primer. It makes the skin feel really, really smooth and soft, makes the skin, like it gives a really nice velvety sort of a texture. I did not have any issues blending foundation on top of this primer. Like I feel like everything blended out really, really well. Bear in mind, I did use a foundation that I already know and love. I think it would be a good idea to test this primer with a foundation that in the past, you know, perhaps I haven't had too much luck with in terms of it staying put or it getting particularly shiny. Because with NARS Sheer Glow, I truly feel like my face looks the same on both sides. Like what are your thoughts? What do you guys think? I'll zoom you in so that you can see, but it doesn't control shine. Is it oily skin safe? Absolutely. It did not make my foundation, you know, crease. It did not make my foundation cake up or separate. It did not make my foundation more oily than it would normally be. It held up very well under the foundation. It's totally oily skin safe. Like I said, it feels beautiful on the skin, and I feel like it definitely made my foundation more full coverage, but it's not going to control shine. So, you know, if you're looking for a primer that's particularly going to mattify, it gives you a matte finish when you first apply it on the skin, but if you're looking for a primer that is going to actually mattify the skin and keep it matte all day long, neither of these are going to do that for you. And, you know, there's not a massive difference between the two in terms of performance, I wouldn't say. I'm kind of bummed. I was hoping for groundbreaking results, but here is the side where I have applied the primer. I don't feel, it's oily. I've got oils on the side of my nose, on my chin. You can sort of see it up the side of my face, on my forehead. I have got oil everywhere, but no canking, no separating, none of that nasty business that does go on. And I have got lipstick on my chin, that's one thing. And then here is the side without the primer. At this point, I don't feel like my skin... Can you see the difference? Pause the video now. Let me know in the comments. Can you see the difference between both sides of my face? I personally cannot. We'll zoom in even more. No primer. Primer. I feel like they're both just as oily as each other. And I also feel like the foundation looks the same on both sides. So yeah, those are my thoughts. So unfortunately, if you were coming to this video for a groundbreaking, absolutely, you know, life-changing holy grail mattifying primer that will keep you matte, this is not going to be the one for you. But like I said, it is still oily skin safe. I do actually feel like it will be beautiful on dry skin types. Just gives the most beautiful, soft, light, velvety texture to the skin, but while still being very fresh and airy and just no residue. Like it's a nice product to use. I will definitely be continuing to use it, but this is not going to be a primer that I reach for when I don't want my oils to come through. Like when I want to be like, you know, matte all day long, this is not going to be the one. So I hope today's video was helpful, guys. I hope that it potentially answered any questions. It bums me out when we have inconclusive reviews like this, and obviously I will continue testing it. Obviously I will continue updating you guys if I've got any changes or any more thoughts on the product, but it does bum me out when we don't have like a clear black and white, like yes or no. Like she's on the fence, this one. She's on the fence. But yes, give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Please let me know if there are any other products that you want to see reviewed in the near future. Just leave me comments in the comments section. You guys know I always hang out there answering them, and I do see all of your requests as well. So please don't ever feel like, you know, your requests get ignored. I absolutely do see every single one of them. So yeah, I am going to go now and take great pleasure in removing my makeup. Oh, there's just nothing better. Taking your hair out, taking your makeup off, and taking your bra off 3 of the best things in life, like literally. All right, guys, I love you so, so much, and I will catch you all in my next video.